So since we're at Future Path 2014, let's dig a little bit deeper into why distribution and how you pick a distributor. Again, I mentioned that there's some thoughts where, based on industries that people come from, etc., that distribution reaches into end users. In the IT space, that is not traditionally how it works. Okay, they are part of the supply chain to get into your channel. So when you're looking at picking your distributor, and much like when I chose ScanSource back in the second half of 2008, and today they're the leading distributor for us in North America with 50% of my revenue. Things that I looked at are what is the VAR, who is the reseller that I'm looking to reach. I mean, the reseller that Ruckus wanted to reach and still reaches today is I wanted the ability to reach out to project-based network VARs, voice VARs, VAR integrators that worked on significant projects, that brought solutions together, that weren't commodity brokers, but bringing solutions to an end user customer. And ScanSource, okay, that is how they've built their business over the last 20 years. The key fundamentals that any distributor is going to bring to you are, as I mentioned earlier, a credit facility, logistics, shipping. When my customers place an order, they want product now. They've worked on a project to get an order for 6 months, and then they get the PO. They want to deliver it next day. Okay, they want to get that installed and deployed so they can get paid. It's very, very critical. As I mentioned, I want a distributor who has reach into the market that I'm trying to serve. Okay, but what I don't look for a distributor to do is for them to sell my product. I view that as the responsibility of the manufacturer. I mentioned earlier that back in 2008 when we were small, I just had a couple of sales guys in the Americas. And today, when you look at my overall sales team, it's getting close to 100 when I add the engineers to our team. So we've scaled our sales organization as we've grown our sales because we have to touch that business. We have to touch those end users that our VARs are working with. We have to touch the VARs and resellers that we work with. And of course, I have a very small team of people that work with our distribution partners in the Americas to support all of that activity. But without distribution, okay, the additional people that I would have to deploy, okay, at headquarters, and the additional risks that we would have to handle in supporting a channel of over 6,000 resellers globally would be immense. Working with distribution, whether it be in the Americas or elsewhere in the world, really takes that cost and that overhead and burden away from us and allows us to limit our risk with a handful of people in the marketplace. And it's very, very critical to our success. And if you look at the history of the IT space, to the who's who of the industry, whether it was Microsoft, Cisco, all the way down the line. Okay, they've all used distribution. They've all used the channel to grow their business and scale. Okay, that's the key thing that I'd like you to take away from this message today.